Millions of people could benefit from hearing aids, yet so many end up frustrated with them. So what is going on? Well, I found that hearing aids provide better communication and reduce the risk of dementia. So why do people try them but say things like, they don't work, or they didn't work for me? There's one major reason: sound quality. In this video, I'll break down why people struggle with their hearing aids, the common complaints I hear, and most importantly, how to fix them so you can thrive in your communication and cognitive health. I'm Dr. Ben with Treble Health, and as a doctor of audiology, I've worked with thousands of patients with hearing loss. Let's dive in. So as of 2024, hearing loss affects about 30 million Americans. 5% of adults aged between 45 and 54 experience disabling hearing loss. 10% of adults between age 55 and 64 have significant hearing loss. 22% of adults aged between 65 and 74 need hearing aids. And over 55% of adults aged 75 and older could benefit from hearing loss treatment. Yet despite these numbers, fewer than 30% of adults over 70 with hearing loss actually use hearing aids. So why is this happening and what's going on? The biggest problem reported by users comes down to this one thing: the hearing aids just don't really work for them. The sound quality seems to be off. They don't sound right. You see, when people start wearing hearing aids, they often struggle to adjust to the sound quality. Some of the most common complaints I've seen are, everything is just too loud. I can't hear in restaurants or noisy places. They sound weird, tinny, or artificial. My own voice sounds hollow or echoey. These are all issues that come down to one core problem: the reintroduction effect and realistic expectations on the process to get used to the new sound. The reintroduction effect refers to the brain's adjustment process when sound is suddenly restored after prolonged hearing loss, often leading to initial discomfort or sensory overload. Understanding this effect is crucial because it can help you set those proper expectations about what does successful long-term hearing aid use look like. Let's break down why hearing aids can sound unnatural at first and what you can do about it. When someone starts wearing hearing devices, their brain experiences a major shift from a natural analog hearing to digitally processed sound. This sudden change makes sounds feel sort of sharp, metallic, or artificial, sometimes even echoey or loud. That can be overwhelming in noisy environments, and the individual is starting to hear what they've been missing. It can be overwhelming at first. Typically for the first 2 to 4 weeks, the brain can go into overdrive, picking up every small sound that they now hear, like crinkling paper, running water, or doors closing so loudly. Now that sound used to sound that loud before, but they've slowly, progressively lost their hearing. So now bringing it all back at once can be a lot. That reaction of, whoa, this is too much, too fast, it happens because of the autonomic nervous system, which controls your fight or flight response. The brain focuses intensely on every new sound, which makes it harder to hear speech clearly because there's all this background noise. Now, the noise has always been there. It's just that you've lost your ability to hear it, and now we're reintroducing it back all at once. But the good news is that this reaction is temporary. Most people adjust within a few weeks, and sounds begin to feel normal. And an important piece of this is that you should never be wearing hearing aids that sound too uncomfortable and too loud. As an audiologist, I would set up your hearing aids so that they're very gentle at the beginning, giving you some sound, but certainly not 100% of your prescription of what you need, and slowly working the levels up over time at a rate that's comfortable for you. Now I'd like to talk about other major reasons why people struggle with hearing treatment. Beyond the adjustment period, there are 3 key reasons why I see many people struggle. First is that they're using the wrong type of hearing aid. You see, not all hearing aids are created equal, and picking the wrong style can make your experience worse. I have right in front of me 4 hearing aids. 3 are the receiver in the canal style, and that's the most popular because it allows for an open fit, creating a natural sound experience. I also have in front of me a completely in the canal hearing aid style that can create a plugged up, unnatural sound because that blocks the ear canal entirely. If you have high frequency hearing loss only, then choosing in-ear hearing aids will lead to worse sound quality than choosing the receiver in the canal style hearing aid with the piece behind your ear. Here's an example of the Sony over-the-counter hearing aid. This is an in-the-ear canal hearing aid. As you can see, it's very small in my hand, and when I put it in my ear, you can see that it basically disappears in my ear canal. Now that's great and desirable, but there are some serious drawbacks in terms of sound quality. Now on the screen, you'll see me holding a receiver in the canal style hearing aid. More popular, more commonly used amongst audiologists with our patients, leads to better outcomes for most people because most people do have a high pitch hearing loss. They don't need to block their ear canal completely. I wouldn't recommend that. So this device here, when it's worn on my ear, you can see from the side, it's hardly noticeable. From the back, you can see the device behind my ear. And then you have that rubber tip in the ear canal, creating a nice lightweight, natural feeling with that device. Another common complaint about hearing aids is that the volume is too loud. And for new hearing aid users, this is very common. So this can be your own voice being too loud or background sound being too loud, saying things like, when my dog walks across the hardwood floors, it sounds so loud. Now, that's not a flaw in the device, but rather a normal part of the brain adjusting to amplified sound after years of gradual hearing loss. The good news is that your audiologist can reduce the volume levels to make things more comfortable and natural over time. So without those adjustments, even the best hearing aids in the world, like the Phonak Infinio Sphere as the time of making this video, or the Widex Smart Rick, or Widex Allure, or the Resound Vivia, these are some of the best hearing aids in the world. Even those devices can be programmed incorrectly, and you can have a bad experience. It can feel overwhelming. That leads us to the next point, which is you have to have proper fine-tuning of the devices. A 2017 study by Larry Humes found that users who received customized hearing aid programming from an audiologist were 1.5 times more likely to continue using their hearing aids than those who didn't. So fine-tuning is critical. It's validated by the research. And without it, hearing aids just may never sound right. So now let's talk about how to fix these issues. If you want to avoid the frustration that makes people give up on their hearing aids, follow this 3-step approach. Step 1, understand the acclamation period. Give yourself at least 2 to 4 weeks to adjust. During this time, your brain is learning to process digital sound, and it's being introduced to a lot of new sound that it previously lost. Annoying sounds will gradually fade into the background and become normal. Voices will become more natural over time. And you can adjust the loudness levels so you can be in control. It should never be too loud and uncomfortable. Just bring the levels down if you need to. Patience is key, so don't give up too soon. Step 2, choose the right hearing aid. Make sure your hearing aid matches your hearing loss level. Mild versus severe hearing loss requires different physical styles of hearing aids. As for comfort preferences, well, the open fit hearing aids, the one that goes up and behind your ear with a small piece in your ear canal, that provides a more natural sound. As far as technology, higher end technology models may not always be necessary, although they can improve the comfort of listening in background noise situations like restaurants. Step 3, get the right settings and customization. This is going to be working with your audiologist to fine-tune your hearing aid settings. I'd recommend adjusting the background noise filters and improving speech clarity to really optimize it for you. One thing you can do is you can test different programs that the hearing aid provides to give you different options so that when you're in a place like a group setting or a restaurant, you can go through your app and change the settings to then provide your audiologist with feedback of, hey, this worked well for me, or no, this one didn't work that well. Today's modern hearing aids come with apps where you can adjust almost everything, all the way from volume, bass, mids, treble, to sound filters, reducing background noise in real time, as well as directional microphones to hear the person better in front of you and turn down the noise behind you. Adjusting those settings based on different environments that you find yourself in is a very helpful way to get the most out of your hearing aids. And additionally, you can request remote programming updates from your audiologist. So by actively adjusting and personalizing your hearing aids, you'll see huge improvements in your sound quality. To get the best out of your hearing aids, you may need a second opinion by a professional. So if you already have some, feel free to reach out to my team at Treble Health. You can click this link to schedule a free consultation with a specialist on my team, and we can review your hearing aids and make sure you're getting the right fit. Or you can check the link below in the description to reach out to us. So guys, hearing aids aren't perfect, but they can significantly improve your quality of life when properly adjusted. To avoid frustration, give yourself time to adjust. Choose the right hearing aid for your needs, and work with an audiologist to fine-tune your device. When you follow these steps, you will avoid the common pitfalls that cause people to stop using their hearing aids. And if you want to learn more about my recommendations for the best hearing aid technology, check out my next video on the screen right here, where I break down the best hearing aids this year. Thanks for watching. This is Dr. Ben with Treble Health, and I'll see you in that next video.